Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, I'm Ms. Mimi, and I'm here to pose a very important question. Is Funny Games the worst movie ever made? Now, you've probably never heard of this thing because it's pretty old. It came out in 1997. That's right, 90s kids. Not everything in your precious nostalgic decade was so great. Just the thought of kids in the 90s growing up with this thing disturbs me to no end. I hope they turned out okay. So what happens in this live-action atrocity? Well, the Schober family arrives at their lakefront home in Austria for some rest and relaxation. Only for their neighbors, Paul and Peter, to turn their life into a living hell for no good reason! They did nothing to deserve this. Funny games, more like unfunny games. It's just, anyway, let me explain the story.
It's not funny, it's not funny, it's not funny, it's not funny, it's not funny! It's not funny!
So early on, Peter comes to the house and he asks Anna Schober if he can borrow some eggs. Then he breaks the eggs. Okay, understandable. Then he asks if he can borrow more, and he breaks them too. Then he has the audacity to ask for more eggs. Then he drops the family's phone into the water! He makes it look like an accident, but we know from how the rest of the movie plays out that he did it on purpose! Paul then shows up, borrows the Schober family's golf club, and silences a dog with it off screen! Wow, real classy, Michael Haneke. When Anna finally gets tired of the boy's antics, understandably the movie then decides that she and her family should suffer for it. Because that's freaking hilarious! George Schober, Anna's husband, shows up and gets his leg broken! And the boys force Anna to search for the corpse of her own dog! And what does this jerk do while he's waiting for her to find the dog? He turns to the camera and winks. Keep that in mind. It's setting up for a wonderful scene later. Did Zeus serve us right this? There's a scene where 3 other neighbors show up and Anna has to introduce Paul as a family friend and make up a reason for why George isn't available. You might think, oh boy, are they setting up that these neighbors are gonna come help out the Schobers later in the movie? Nope! Wrong! Great job wasting my time, Michael Haneke! So eventually, Georgie, Anna and George's son, tries to run away, and the film decides that he should be punished further for this. Michael Haneke says no. If these 2 annoying assholes want to ruin your life, you just have to sit back and let them, or else you're a bad person. Sit down and shut up, Georgie! He gets a gun and tries to fire it, but conveniently there are no bullets, and he gets brought back to the house. Isn't that wonderful? Stop wasting my time! Then they shoot the child with the gun that he was gonna shoot them with. So it was worse than a waste of time. Georgie accomplishes less than nothing. Fantastic. Seriously, Michael Haneke? You killed a child in a movie for the crime of daring to run away from his abusers? You are human filth. You're lower than filth. You're human excrement. Imagine being a child and watching this. What kind of lesson are you supposed to take away from it? Just let evil people abuse you, kids! Screw this movie! Anna tries to help while George tries to fix the phone. She flags down a car and guess who's in it? Paul and Peter! Hilarious! Once again, nothing is accomplished. The universe exists only to torture Anna and George. Just when you think our heroine is finally going to accomplish something, victory is snatched right out of her hands.
So you get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
She gets the shotgun and shoots Peter. Yes! Can we replay that again? Yes, that's so satisfying. Maybe things are finally turning around. But nope! And here's the moment where this movie officially jumps the shark. For those of you who don't know, that's a term derived from the classic 1970s sitcom Happy Days that we critics like to use. Just look it up on Wikipedia or TV Tropes or some other cool website like that. By the way, how come I don't have a TV Tropes page yet? What's up with that? Anyway, Peter pulls out a TV remote and starts rewinding the movie. Yeah, I bet you didn't know he could do that. So now both boys are alive again and they kill the family. And remember those neighbors who didn't do anything earlier? Well, the cycle begins anew. Peter and Paul go to their house to torture them for no good reason next. Awesome! Final verdict. This is unironically the worst Schober family torture porn I have ever seen. You should be ashamed of yourself for what you did to those perfectly innocent characters, Michael Haneke. And the audacity to call this movie Funny Games. That's ironic since there's nothing funny about these games at all! You think mindless torture is funny? Well, it isn't!
It's not funny, it's not funny, it's not funny, it's not funny, it's not funny! It's not funny!
I won't be showing my future children this abomination. Mimi out.